Hello everyone. Today I'm going to wash my bike, and it's not awfully dirty. You can see there's some bug splatter here and there, and the wheels are kind of dusty. They're not particularly dirty, not full of grime and stuff, but yeah, they're a little dirty. And the bike in general has got a little bit of dirt on it. And the rear wheel here, well, that's kind of dirty. But I'm going to clean this up pretty quick, and I don't intend to touch the bike much, so it's going to be one of those touchless washes. As you can see, I put the bike up on a stand. This is something that I normally do because it just makes cleaning the wheels and everything a lot easier. So if you got stands, use it when you clean the bike, because yeah, it's helps out a lot. So first I thought we'd just go through the products that I mostly use. I'm not going to use all of these today, and I'll start off with this. This is Carpro Reset, just a shampoo. This is actually not made for being used in a foam gun, but I'm going to use it in my foam gun today because it actually works. This is not the strongest soap, so this is good for like taking off light dirt, dust, just a quick rinse after a ride. This thing is actually pretty good. And then I've got this is the P21S Wheel Cleaner, a wheel gel. I use this usually also for the I just had to let that car pass. I use this for sort of lightly dirty wheels. You can use it for really dirty wheels, but I got other stuff that works better, to be honest. Then I've got this. This is Bilt Hamber Surfex HD. This is a degreaser, and it's a very good degreaser. I've seen people use this in their foam gun. I don't use it in a foam gun. I just spray it on, let it sit for a while, and then rinse it off. This is pretty strong stuff, so it'll take your wax off. So I use this only when it's really dirty. The bike is really dirty. I use this a lot more on the wheels. So I got a 30% mix, so 30% of this and 70% water, and that's what I use. Use as a wheel cleaner. And then I got this. This is Nerta Diamond, and this is a heavy duty foam. This stuff is actually made for cleaning trucks and industrial machinery. It's quite strong, so it'll do take quite a lot of your wax and stuff off. So I use this only when I have a really dirty bike, but this thing will completely cover the bike in snow like foam for 5 minutes plus. So really strong stuff. And I've got this is Bilt Hamber Korrosol. So this is a ferrous metal fallout remover. This thing, I use this a lot on my wheels because it takes the brake dust out, and it'll take all kinds of metal particles. So I use this before polishing the fairings and the tank and everything. I use this just to get out any fallout that might be stuck in the paint. But it's a really good wheel cleaner, and it'll clean up your wheels really good. And then I got this stuff. This is Prick Bort, or Spot Away, I guess would be the correct translation. I think this is a Swedish product. This is an asphalt remover. It says degreaser here in Norwegian, but this is an asphalt remover. This stuff is absolutely phenomenal. You spray this thing on, and any sort of black asphalt spots that you have on your wheels or on the bike or on your car or whatever, it'll just take it away. So during the winter I use this a lot. I use this in combination with the Surfex HD and the Nerta Diamond. I use that, that's my winter cleaning. But today I was thinking I'm just going to do a wheel clean, and I'm going to use the Surfex HD first, and I'm going to use the Carpro reset just to foam down the bike, because it's not really that dirty. So I'll get set up and I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to apply the Surfex HD wheel cleaner, and this is why I like to have the stand, because now I can just go like this and just spray everything and rotate the wheel while I do it. And the front wheel. Right, so now I'm just going to let that sit for a few minutes. Now I'm just going to put a little bit in here to get rid of all the bugs, because this thing does quite a good job on the bugs, and just clean up the radiator here as well. And I think we have some dirt in under here, so let's just give it a little spray on here. Right, so while the Surfex HD is doing its thing, I've got this little bottle here. It's about a liter bottle. In here it's mostly water, and then I have just a little splash of the Carpro soap, kind of similar amount as you would just put in a bucket of water when you do a normal hand wash. So just a little bit, and fill the rest up with water, and then this foam cannon will make a nice foam out of this. Right, so I got the camera mounted onto my pressure washer, and the Surfex HD has been on the wheels now for about 3 minutes. I haven't rinsed it off, and that's the whole purpose. You don't rinse it off. So we're just going to put the foam on top of the Surfex HD. Okay, this wasn't very thick, so I'm actually going to adjust my foam cannon to make a thicker mix. See if this is a bit thicker. Alright. So now I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes, let this thing rinse off, and then I'll just hose it with water and rinse the soap off. Most of the soap has now come off, so I'm just going to rinse everything off with a high pressure washer, and after that we'll check on the result. That's it. So just going to let it dry off a little bit now, and we'll give it an inspection in a couple of minutes. Alright, so I've had a quick look over the bike and it doesn't look too bad, so I'm just going to take this towel here and I'm going to clean off this windscreen, and as you can see the bugs are gone. It's just down here, fork, no bugs, other fork, no bugs, Doing my fender here. No bugs. And then I'm just gonna quickly dry off the plastic and everything here. Now, on a quick inspection, the rear wheel does still have some lube on it from the chain. Now I use chain wax, so Castrol's chain lube, so I don't have a huge problem with lots of black grease and stuff being flung onto my wheels. You can see lights are nice and clean. All the bugs here are just coming off. There's just cleaning made easy. And everything here is just give it a quick wipe down, and it looks pretty good. So obviously I didn't touch the front wheel at all with any, I didn't use a sponge or a microfiber mitten or anything like that. So let's see if I can just give this thing a little wipe. No dirt. Now let's just go to the other side here. And again, little to no dirt at all on this rag. So I'll just quickly dry off the wheel, and here's the end result. Quite clean and pretty shiny. And that was a no touch wash at all. And just to show you, I'm going to do the rear wheel here as well. I expect that there might be a bit more here. A little bit of dirt. A little bit of dirt on it here. But as you can see, there's still a little bit of this grease still on the wheel, so I'm just going to dry it off now, and I'm going to put something else on it. I'm going to use the Prick Bort, the asphalt degreaser, because that does degrease everything. So it's still, I mean, it's not a lot left. This side looks pretty decent. The other side here, where the sprocket is, or the red drive is, it's not a lot of dirt that's left on the wheel. But you can see there's a little bit of spots here, and let's see if we can't get rid of that as well. You can see it very clearly here that it's not black, it's kind of gray. And I use this wax, and this wax is white, so obviously that's why we got this grayish white color. So I'm going to put the asphalt remover on it, and we'll see if that doesn't take care of it. Alright, attach the camera here onto the asphalt remover bottle, and again just spray this on, and I guess I should have had one of those Steadicam things. I've just attached the camera to the bottle, so it's obviously gonna move a lot. Alright, so it's been on there for about 4 or 5 minutes now, so we're just gonna rinse it off. Alright, I just attached the camera from from my pressure washer. Now let's see how this worked out. It's nice and glossy. It seems to have removed most of it. There's still a little bit here, but you see, as soon as I start rubbing on it, it goes away. So obviously some level of touching it actually has to be expected. So I'm just going to wipe them all down and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I just wiped it with the towel, and it did take most of it off. I mean, I'm not going to be embarrassed riding around with a wheel looking like this. So from a distance, I mean, it looks pretty clean. The rest of the bike too, and this is the towel. There's a little bit on it, but basically not a lot. So up here, I remember there was a bit of dirt before I foamed it, and as you can see, everything's gone. And I haven't touched it with anything. It's just been foam on, rinse off. And it's basically using a towel like this, you don't get all these little droplet spots on the bike afterwards. So this is more or less the end result. The bike is really clean, and the only thing I actually touched with my hands and this rag was the wheels. Okay, as you can see, the bike was clean, but since this is internet, YouTube, I'm going to use this Korrosol fallout remover and then just let you see the effect of this stuff. I don't know how much is on it because I don't know when I used this the last time, but basically this thing comes out as a clear liquid and it turns kind of a pinkish purple black when it reacts with metal. So see how this turns out. Not a lot of pink here. I can see a little bit on the chain here where I accidentally got some spray on it. Okay, the wheels didn't turn out to be a good demonstration of this, but so I put some on my exhaust and you can see all the metal that it's turned purple, and getting rid of, basically just eating out all that metal, or not the metal itself obviously though, but these particles that are stuck or burnt onto your exhaust. I'm going to give you a quick little demo on this Nerta Diamond, and I basically have probably a 1 liter bottle hanging under here, and I put about 2 deciliters in there, so it's about a 20% mix with the Nectar Diamond and water in the mixer, and then I've got the cannon here, foam cannon, set at a reasonably thick mix, so it's about 2 turns out from minimum. So let's just show you how thick this foam is. You can see this really sticks on there. Alright, so just going to let this sit now for probably a good 5 minutes. You could expect to see this just really thick soap. It's really, really thick. It just does not want to run off. So this does a really good job of cleaning anything, but it's also quite strong, so it will actually be quite hard on any wax that you put on. So if you use this and let it sit for a long time, I recommend just applying a coat of wax to the bike or the car afterwards. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. You can see it's still clinging on very well, so obviously this stuff is really able to work on all the dirt and all the grime and stuff that's on your bike. So when you got a really dirty bike, this is the go-to product. So I'm just gonna rinse it off, and well, my bike was pretty clean before we started, so this was pretty much just to show you how much more hang time, how much more cleaning effect you can get out of this heavy duty foam. Alright, so I'm giving the bike a bit of a wipe down again. So obviously everything's pretty clean, but as you can see, the strong soap does have an effect on the plastic. So it's turned some of the plastic here kind of charcoal in color. So I'm going to give you a very good tip for that. Now, a lot of people will tell you to go and buy this black stuff to put on black trim. Now, I just use regular Carrauba car wax. Now, for my bike, I use this one. It's called Shield. It's from Swissvax. It does have some Teflon in it. And let's see if I can get this open. And the big difference between these waxes and the likes of turtle wax and all that stuff that you buy is that they actually have the purpose of rubbing your paint. So there's chalk in it. This is just like a fat, almost like Vaseline or something. And this stuff, as opposed to if you go and buy like a normal sort of cheap brand, say turtle wax or something like that, if you get that on the black stuff, it just turns white, and that's because of the chalk. This stuff does not. So I actually put this on all my black trim as well. I put it on all the painted surfaces, and I put it on all the black stuff, and you can see it's just instantly turning nice matte black, just the way it's supposed to be. And also this stuff is super water repellent. So if you use the normal washing method that I showed you in the beginning with just a Carpro soap, yeah, you don't have this problem. But once you start using the heavy duty stuff, degreasers and stuff, you end up with this problem. And I'll just put some here on my little crash protectors, and it just makes everything nice and black again. So I generally just put this on everything, just quickly put it on just after I've cleaned the bike. And obviously this is a 2014 model, and I have frequently been asked if this bike is brand new. So obviously I'm doing something right. So that's just my little tip. Now, I don't even wipe this off. On painted surfaces, you just wipe it off with a microfiber towel afterwards. But on this plastic, I just leave it. And it just makes everything look nice. Just put a little bit on the hose here and just sort of put it on. So this is the advantage of using quality products, is that you'll actually get something that is really good, and it doesn't it doesn't give you a lot of work afterwards trying to clean up. So there you have it, all nice and black again. And that was the bike. So this is what I use on the painted surfaces and on the plastic. And on the wheels I have this Autobahn, and this is wheel specific wax. So this is what I use on my wheels, and it just makes it a lot easier to keep clean. And as you can see, I'm kind of a Swissvax nut, so I got all kinds of different Swissvax stuff. I got a Rupus machine, so I do polishing and detailing and stuff. So this is basically all the stuff that I use for cleaning cars and bikes. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.